Now, the shockwaves of the Trump administration's immigration crackdown also hitting a town in Massachusetts after a high school student was picked up on his way to volleyball practice. Marcelo Gomes da Silva came to the U.S. from Brazil when he was just 6 years old. Now a high school junior, he's on the school volleyball team. Marcelo's a drummer in the school band. He's been called an exceptional student. But last Saturday, immigration officials stopped Marcelo's car when they were looking for his father, they say. Instead, Marcelo was taken into custody. And joining us now, Colleen Greco. She's the spokesperson for the family of Marcelo Gomes da Silva. Thanks so much, Colleen, for joining us. My understanding is there was a friend in the car or a teammate when Marcelo was taken into custody. What more do you know about how all this went down?
Yeah, so thank you for having me. There were two other kids, excuse me, in the car. They were on their way to volleyball practice. My son is the captain, one of the captains of the team. There were three large SUVs that sort of barricaded him in. When they realized that two of the kids were underage, they told them to get out of the car and left them on the side of the road to their own devices. And Marcelo, being 18, was taken into custody.
You've known Marcelo for years. Your son, as you mentioned, plays volleyball with him. What should people know about the kind of person he is?
Oh, I mean, even seeing that video is bringing me to tears. He is a light. He's just a light. He is what you want your teenage child to be. He has a beautiful smile. He is an honors student. He's in the band. He's really active in his church. I think he plays in the band at his church as well. He's the kind of kid that you wish your child would grow up to be. And he doesn't deserve this.
He has a beautiful smile for sure. When was the last time someone was able to talk to Marcelo? And do you know anything about the conditions he's facing while in custody?
His parents spoke to him for about 60 seconds yesterday. I spent most of the day with them yesterday. He is going to be moved, from what I understand, to a different facility in Massachusetts because the one he's at hasn't had enough beds, so he's been sleeping on the floor. He hasn't been eating much. And part of that is due to his nerves. I want to be fair, but there is apparently a greater food selection at this other location, and so he's being moved.
DHS admits that Marcelo wasn't their target. They say they were after his dad, but clearly they aren't showing any mercy here, even though he's young. We've learned the administration, in fact, recently upped their quota, aiming for 3,000 immigration arrests a day. What's your reaction to this mindset that if you are in the U.S. illegally, it doesn't matter who you are, you shouldn't be here?
You use the word quota. Quota's for sales, first of all. So doesn't belong in this conversation, which I know that's not your words, you're repeating someone else's, but that's despicable. But truly, when I saw a report yesterday from the acting leader of ICE saying that they were targeting the dad. Well, if they knew the car and they knew the car was registered to the father, then they have his address. They could have gone directly to the home. They could have arrested Marcelo for some basic traffic violation, held him at our local police department where his father would come and get him, and they could seize his father there. It's a cover-up. That's not true. That's not their intention. Their intention was to take Marcelo.
And what are your thoughts about that, if that was their intention?
It's cruel. It's cruel. He's not a criminal. He has never caused trouble. Like I said, he is the kind of kid that you wish you were the parent of. And I would love to talk to that acting director of ICE and understand, maybe his family makeup and how he would feel if his 18-year-old was taken off the streets by armed men that all Marcelo could see were their eyes. They didn't identify themselves. They didn't tell them why they were taking him. They just took him.
And again,
so that's kidnapping.
This is someone who's been in the U.S. since he was 6 years old. He didn't have a choice about coming into this country. Talk to us about how your community is trying to help him right now. What does the effort look like to bring him home?
The community has really rallied around him, and it's really heartwarming. The volleyball team in particular is dedicating their playoff game tonight to him, and they're trying to use this as a platform to bring Marcelo home and keep the awareness going. There's the image there. Thank you so much for sharing that. But there's all kinds of efforts. There's a GoFundMe to support the cost of his bond, and the family intends to use any leftover money to support other families who are going through similar injustice, because it's not just Marcelo.
Colleen Greco, thank you very much for your time. Thanks for sharing Marcelo's story. And please stay in touch with us as this journey continues for you and your community.
Will do. Thank you so much for having me.